Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Scavenger. Welcome to today's video. We are going to start playing this game called Chasing Sunsets. This has been recommended by quite a few of you, actually. So, I've got to give it a shot. You guys asked for it. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, Prologue, beginnings and endings. Let's go. The road not taken. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Robert Frost. O'Halloran's Pub, Boston, present day. Okay. Shaking off the fall chill, you enter the old brownstone. Ooh, it's cold. I should have grabbed the hoodie from the truck. You're greeted by a familiar, craggy face. Hey, pal, we're not open yet. Alex, is that you? Hey, Walter, long time no see. Wow, since graduation, right? Yeah, 7 years, give or take. Feels longer. Would have been right before I bought the bar. Kinda like it, it's got character. Walter allows himself a brief, proud smile. That's one word for it. The building has good bones, but the interior needs updating. I'll need to start turning a profit to even tackle the safety code violations. Are things that bad? It's a rent around here. We small fish are getting squeezed out. You nod sympathetically. Have you considered looking for investors? I thought about it. But this is my dream. I don't need some not-so-silent partner calling the shots. So, how's business? Walter smiles ruefully. I run a New York Rockets bar in a New England nationalist town. May not have been my best business decision, but if I were Brandon now, my Rockets fans would riot. A generous pour buys a lot of goodwill in Boston. Pouring heavy also brings unwanted attention from the liquor board. That's why the door was open when you got here. We're closed until evening, but the inspector is due today. Oh, is this a bad time? Of course it's not a bad time. You're practically family. At the mention of family, Walter's expression softens. Look, kid, Yeah, thanks, Walter. The older man gestures to a bar stool directly in front of him. Sit down, damn it. It's quite a shock seeing you old enough to walk in here without James. That's a man who took parenthood seriously. Hell, it took me longer to name the Wi-Fi here than it did to name my kids. An unfamiliar voice interjects from behind the kitchen. He's not even kidding. The man agonized for weeks before finally picking pub Wi-Fi for you, for Christ's sake. Why not eyebrows for days? Yeah, keep slicing limes, Angelo. He was no help at all. Nice enough kid, but dumber than a box of hair. Walter pauses for a moment before continuing. Step-parenting is a big gig. James used to tell me all the time how proud he was that you called him Dad. Walter slides a glass of brown liquor toward you across the bar. You both reflect for a moment in silence before raising your glasses to drink. So, don't keep me in suspense. Where have you been since graduation? Oh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that. I am a bartender, you know. The story, I bet, would shock even you. You savor the smokiness of your drink, relishing its pleasant burn. What are we drinking? It's an 18-year-old Balvanor single malt. I get it at cost for about $700 per bottle. I save it for special occasions, and for upselling to high rollers who pay for the whole bottle after 2 shots. Oh, which one am I? Today? Well, that depends on you. Depends on me how? Depends on whether the story behind that disappearing act surprises me or not. Well, okay. You gaze at Walter thoughtfully for a moment. How long do we have before you open? About 3 hours. Plenty of time. And the liquor inspector? Angelo, I have company here. Double time today if you can handle the inspector and prep for opening solo. You got it, boss. Seems my day's just opened up. One of the perks of being the boss. I really don't know how long I have, though. Hopefully I won't get cut short. Family commitments, you understand. Walter's eyes suddenly narrow suspiciously. Now wait just a damn minute. Where's that crazy sister of yours? Does she know you're here? I really don't need that kind of trouble today, Alex. You gulp your scotch to hide your amusement. I wouldn't rule out the possibility. Walter looks at you at a loss for words. Promise me that if she walks in through those doors, you'll leave. And I mean leave peacefully. We'll settle up on this wager later. I will not have another dust-up like your graduation party in my place of business. I promise, no dust-ups. I'm going to hold you to that. Walter regains his composure as you chuckle at the memory that caused him to lose it. So, do you want to hear this or not? Sure, lay it on me. But since we're on the subject, what is it with you two anyways? For the life of me, I can't understand how you kids couldn't get along. Well, I'm not proud of it. It's not like we were always fighting. It just sort of started small and then got out of hand. It's also connected to where I've been the past few years. It's as good a place to start as any. My sister and I were pretty close in the beginning. Love is a foundation that anger like this gets built on. You don't say. The opposite of love isn't hate, Walter. It's apathy. That kind of resentment takes effort to sustain. Walter snorts. Don't you think you're a bit young to be spouting relationship philosophy? Walter looks poised to continue, but thinks better of it. My sister and I were born on the exact same day, you know. I knew you shared a birthday. But same year, too? Figure the odds. I'm older by about 6 hours, but yeah, exact same day. It kind of felt like we were twins, too. Jay started calling me bro even before Mom and James got married. She was sure that we were going to be family. The birthday coincidence is what brought our parents together to begin with. Mom was working downtown for a pharmaceutical company. I remember not seeing a lot of her those days. All right, this is Prizer Pharmaceuticals, Boston, 16 years ago. Sarah Foster was reviewing test results when she heard voices nearby. Something in these effectiveness metrics isn't adding up. I'll need to look into the double-blind numbers again. The voices grew louder as their owners approached. I need to wrap up around 2 o'clock. It's my daughter's birthday today. Hearing those words, Sarah's heart sank. Oh, shit. Shit. I've been so focused on work, I forgot my son's birthday. As a nearby conversation ended, one of the men turned to leave. The other continued in her direction. Good morning, James Campbell. Sales and marketing. Is this desk free today? I don't see any personal belongings. I just need a temporary place to work this morning. Nothing personal at a desk either, so visitor or workaholic? You may be in luck. I think that was Samantha's desk. I hear she relocated to the Seattle office last month. I'm just visiting myself today. I have an office at the Curry building. She's got a kind of chilly beauty. Let's see if we can break the ice a little. Do you mind if I settle in here for a bit? I'll be as quiet as a church mouse. You won't even know I'm here. James flashed his most disarming smile. Sales and marketing. I can always tell. Irritatingly smooth, charm for days. By all means. Sarah smiled cordially. Make yourself comfortable. I'll be busy, though. You've reminded me of something I forgot to do. Thank you, miss. Sarah Foster, R&D. Wait, Dr. Sarah Foster? In spite of herself, Sarah blushed a little, hearing him use her title. The same Dr. Foster? Forrester. No, I think I said Foster. Her name's Forrester. Okay, we'll get it right. We'll get it right eventually. The same Dr. Forrester who led the Pregnia project? Your name is on like a third of Prizer's profitable patents. That was my team, yes. James' enthusiasm was palpable. I've literally built my reputation at Prizer selling your work. Marketing does pay bonus and commission, you know. He almost seemed starstruck. Sarah felt both flattered and embarrassed at his intensity. I can't take all the credit. We all worked very hard. Really, Sarah? When did you get so humble? Of course. After an awkward pause, James pulls himself together. Here I promise to be quiet, and I'm going all groupie on you. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. James pulled a laptop from his briefcase and powered it up. He's handsome, and hasn't tripped my player alarm yet. I might have to ask around and find out more about him. Later, though. I have to focus right now if I'm going to come through for Alex tonight. She searched the web for nearby bakeries and card shops. I've already picked up a gift for Alex. All I need now is a cake and a card. After a few calls, she was able to order a cake from Jen and Barry's shop near home. One down, one to go. I might be out of luck on the card, though. Maybe James knows where I can get one near the office. Sarah startled slightly when she looked up to find James staring back at her. I overheard you tell the other gentleman that today is your daughter's birthday. Yeah, she's turning 8. Wait, what? Your daughter is 8? My son turns 8 today, too. James rolled his chair over to where Sarah was sitting, fumbling with his phone. This is Jay. She's my whole world. Oh, she's so beautiful. But your wife might have something to say about her being your whole world. Jesus, why did I say that? James' grin faded, and his eyes turned grim. Oh no, I can see I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Breast cancer. Jay was only 2 at the time. Sarah politely gave James a few moments to collect himself, feeling awful. That's why I came to prize her, really. Being a part of a company working on a cure. I might not have a scientist's brain, but I want to work with people who do. People like you. You know, we had trouble conceiving. My daughter was only possible because of pregnia. We were a clinical trial. Sarah blushed in spite of herself. I guess the irony is that cancer research was my passion. Yeah, I ended up in fertility. Go figure. Though I won't be winning any Mother of the Year awards, I totally forgot it was my son's birthday today. Until I overheard you talking about your daughters to that gentleman. Don't beat yourself up too badly. Jay only reminded me this morning as well. Sarah felt tears coming out of nowhere, but choked them back. Work just seems to be where I find clarity. But at what cost? It's always Alex who pays for it. There's just no class for combining moms and world-class researchers into super parents. Or single dads and marketing executives, apparently. We just have to do our best to figure things out as we go. I had to stop her and get her a card and a gift on my way into the office. Sarah brightened. That's exactly what I needed to ask you about. I have everything else covered, but I was hoping to grab a card on my way home. Can I ask where you got yours? I'm afraid it won't help much. There's a newsstand near my apartment in Foxborough. James displayed a cute card with a sailboat on it. They didn't have anything more, feminine. Damn it, maybe I can just whip one up on the printer. Alex is still too young to know the difference. Well, thanks anyway, James. I hope your daughter has a wonderful birthday. I'd better get going if I'm going to pull a rabbit out of my hat. James smiled reassuringly before returning to his desk. For what it's worth, I think you're underestimating Alex. Kids are resilient. They survive their flawed parents every day. Maybe if... I just had a thought, Dr. Forrester. Sarah, please. Sarah, then. A sailboat seems a bit more like a boy's card anyway, right? Oh yes, Alex loves them. I probably would have picked something similar. Well, I could be persuaded to give you this one. Here it comes. Shall we discuss the terms over a cup of coffee? Mr. Campbell. James. Yes, James. How could I sleep at night knowing I messed up your plans for Jay's birthday? James thought he heard a flirty tone creep into her voice. About that. I passed the same stand on my way home. I could just pick another card up. What might my husband think if I were to get coffee with a man from the office? I'd say our kids being born on the same day gives us lots to discuss over a latte. It's just coffee. I think Mr. Forrester would understand that. But if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I'll just give you the card and wish Alex a happy birthday. That's not a date. Why do I suddenly feel so excited? Sarah's voice became unmistakably playful. In that case, if there was a Mr. Forrester, I don't think he would have a problem with it at all. I'd love to have coffee with you, James. She's definitely flirting with me. What are we waiting for? After you, Sarah. All right. Okay. We got it. We're getting in there. I think we're going to have some more uh, of this background story. Obviously, it's still 16 years ago, Boston. The next one's going to be the coffee shop. I don't know what else is going to happen, but we'll get into that in another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you guys are ready for some chasing sunsets as we continue this series, because we will. But until then, make sure you go ahead and leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.